There are certain cars out there that car guys just simply don't like. There are certain cars that when you ask somebody like, hey, what's your dream car? And they mention it, you're like, ooh, you're probably not a car guy. So today we're gonna be talking about the cars that only non-car people like. And there are some hot takes on this list, and we will get to that. Anyways, I am working on the Supra right now, taking a break from that, filming this video, but I am going to be starting live streaming on Kick. Car events, working on my cars, just, you know, car meets, stuff like that. Just fun stuff on Kick. I will link it down below. Go be one of the first to follow me. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, this is the single car that made me make this goddamn video because I have a neighbor that thinks he's super cool because he has one of these, or it's like his friend or something. I don't know. He's a jackass. He's speeding down my street. I don't like him. Polaris Slingshot. I just spit all over the floor. A Polaris Slingshot is the definition of I think this is a cool car, but I genuinely don't know, which it absolutely is not. It is powered by, I believe, a Chevy Ecotec, which is nothing to flex. It's a three-wheel, open cabin, I don't even know what you would call it, tricycle? It's fucking lame, dude. These things are so lame. I've seen people trying to drift these or swing them at car meets. I've seen people trying to do burnouts. And like I said, my neighbor's relative or friend, just whenever he gets in it, doesn't even let it warm up, just fucking hammers it and just flies down the street. Goofy ass shit activities. The Polaris Slingshot is one of those cars where when I was younger, I was like, oh, dude, that thing is cool. And then you grow up and you're like, that thing is a piece of fucking shit. That thing was only made for tourists when they're visiting a city to rent. Literally, that's the only time I could ever see myself. Even then, I wouldn't do it. That's the only time I could see myself ever driving one of those. Would be if I was like in Vegas and I wanted to rent something stupid, you know? That would be the rental. And even then, I could think of 10 better rentals that I could probably get. On today's video spot, I wish I was sponsored by someone big that had a rental company, but I don't. Anyways, Polaris Slingshot, dog shit ass vehicle. If you want one of these or this is your dream car, reevaluate your life. Lame as hell car. All right, next up, and one of these, a lot of these appear in all my cringe videos, but we're talking about V6 muscle cars. Now, V6 and muscle, they don't go together. So having a V6 muscle car just lets me know that you probably either A, couldn't afford the actual performance model that you probably wanted, or B, you just didn't know any better because you're probably not a real car person. And it's okay to own a V6 muscle car. Like, I don't automatically think that you like kill babies or anything like that. But if you think you're cool because you have a V6 muscle car and you're modding it or something like that, oh, I'm gonna be different and straight pipe my V6. Buddy, stupid town is that way. Get out of here, okay? The V6 muscle car, again, I had one. It's what got me into cars. I think that there is a need for them in the market and in the car scene. But having a V6 muscle car and pulling up to car meets and being that guy that's revving it or trying to flex and you got all the underglow and stuff, not a car guy probably. More than likely not a car guy. You might like the attention that being loud and obnoxious gets you, but again, that's just not like car guy activities. You can do whatever you want. I know someone's gonna say, Drew, you're coming off as pretty pretentious, dude. You're being kind of a dick. I'm just trying to help people. I was that V6 muscle car owner. I did straight pipe my car. I did put neon on it, and I was a little loser. And now I have a non-running Toyota Supra. One day, it'll be back. But that's why I'm here working on it. But yeah, V6 muscle cars, if you have one of these as your primary cool guy car, probably not very cool, just saying. But we all start somewhere. It is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get by. So it is what it is. Anyways, next car. All right, this one, genuinely don't know why the fuck you would buy this car. Chrysler 300. Now. I know there's probably 5 of you right now that are unfortunate enough to own a Chrysler 300, and I feel bad for you, but don't click off this video right now. I genuinely wanna know, why did you buy this car? Come on, tell me why you bought it. Is it because you thought it looked cool and it looked like a Rolls Royce or a Bentley? Or is it because they're cheap and shitty cars? I don't know. You tell me down below. You bought it, not me. I know I didn't buy one. They used to be cool. If you have like the SRT8 version, then like, okay, all right, you're kind of cool. Or if you have one and you Hellcat swap it, once again, kind of cool, a little shady, because where'd you get that Hellcat swap? But again, I don't judge you. Get your parts wherever you can, I guess. But kind of the same thing as a V6 muscle car. This is like a wannabe luxury sedan, wannabe luxury performance sedan, but it's made by Chrysler. and they're not the most luxurious, and they're not the most reliable. It's one of those cars where, again, there are cool ones, but those are far and few in between. So if you are thinking about buying a Chrysler 300, I would just probably shove you towards like a Dodge Charger. It's just the better version of it. But I also probably wouldn't tell you to buy a Dodge Charger. I've never had a Dodge, and I don't know if I ever will. So it is what it is. But anyways, Chrysler 300, All right, that's one we're all gonna agree on. They gotta go in this video. It's just, you know, the routine Tesla hate. If you have a Tesla and you're going to car meets, you're kind of a little loser. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. A Tesla is not a car guy's car. It's not. I think they're cool. And I think they have their place, and I think they're fun. I genuinely think Teslas are fun cars. But I would much rather just drive a real car. Like, yeah, I would daily a Tesla. You know, sure, if I had a Tesla Plaid or a Model 3 Performance, yeah, I'd be driving and romping on it and just being a Tesla driver, quite frankly. But I would never in a million years think, today I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. and go to Cars and Coffee in the Tesla. I just would never, that would never cross my mind. I think there's a difference between liking Teslas and then liking Teslas. Because again, I don't hate Teslas. I like torque. I like going fast. I like, you know, speed, and Teslas do all that stuff. They're instant torquey. They go fast. They're low key as well. So like you could be a dickhead and get away with it in a Tesla. However, they are not car guy cars. I would not expect a car guy, like somebody that is going to the track every weekend, to go out and buy a Tesla and start tracking that. I just wouldn't expect it. I do think they're fun, and I've already said that because I've had Tesla armies come after me and try to bully me, but you know, I could put more than 300 miles on my car easily. But yeah, it's a Tesla. Let's keep it real here. It's a Tesla. And I'm not gonna say all the corny jokes of, I would rather microwave or grill my burger. I'm not gonna say all that. They speak for themselves. They're Teslas. So it is what it is. All right, this is where shit's gonna start getting a little more hot takey. I feel like the ones earlier, most of us would agree. Again, there's gonna be those oddball people that made those poor choices of buying those vehicles, but most of us would agree on those cars. Now we're gonna start getting into cars that a lot of us will not agree on, but it's okay, because we're all allowed to have an opinion. But if I ask a car guy, or if I ask someone I meet, like, oh, what's your dream car? You know, and they say these two cars, they are TikTok brain rotted. And that is the GT3 RS and the SVJ. Great cars, 100% great cars. But if that's what you say, if that's your answer, GT3 RS or SVJ, you're probably not a car guy. And hear me out. Those are two of the most trendy cars right now. Every TikTok slut and their mother are going out and buying these cars. Every fake day trader is going out and buying these cars. And I forgot who it was. Was it Adam LZ? Someone was like, yeah, I genuinely don't like my GT3 RS anymore because of just how much of a bandwagon people have hopped on it. And it is crazy, because like Porsche used to be like the super low key, like sleeper brand that like genuine car enthusiasts knew about. And then it became like a hipster brand that now everybody thinks is like super cool and niche, but it's just like the most popular mainstream thing. It is the new Supra of the fucking 2020s, bro. Back in 2015, having a Mark IV Supra was the coolest thing ever. Now, having a GT3 RS, which is more unobtainable than one of these, is the coolest thing ever. And these fucking TikTok kids are just gawking over them, but it's just crazy. But yeah, a GT3 RS, I think most people that would like a GT3 RS would genuinely not enjoy owning it, because it is a fucking race car. Like, I'm turning this into a race car, and it's gonna be really fun when it's done, but it's not gonna be a car that I wanna drive every day. And you might say, speak for yourself, buddy. I would love to have no AC. I would love to have all that. And I know the GT3 RS has AC. I'm just saying, it is a very, very tight, rough race car. There's like, it's not gonna cruise around like a 5 Series BMW, you fucking idiot. Like I don't know. And same with the SVJ. It's one of those cars where it's like, yeah, it's got the big SVJ text on the side and it's super cool and it's whatever, bro. Like honestly, it's just too, I saw someone's TikTok today and it was like, my top 5 cars, dream cars, I know ball. And it was like every cookie cutter car, like GT3 RS, a 488, McLaren 720, SVJ. It was like the most cookie cutter shit ever. And I was like, this guy's not a car guy. That's like the most cookie cutter fake car list ever. So that's why I threw them on this list. And I think a lot of you guys would agree. I would love to have a GT3 RS, don't get me wrong. I know it is so far out of reach that it is so unrealistic and it'll probably never happen unless you guys like and subscribe. But I also am aware that I would want to have that car. It's like, maybe I'm just not in that tax bracket, but it's a $300-something thousand car, a $500,000 car. Like, what are we talking about here? Anyways, yeah, just, Drew, what's your dream car? If I could have any car, money not an issue, Porsche 918 Spyder. Suck my dick, that's a better car. Anyways, moving on to the last car on this list. And it hurts me to put this on this list, but I genuinely think if you buy this car, you are not a car enthusiast. And we're talking about the C8 Corvette Stingray, the base, the C8 Stingray. Why would you buy this car? I saw someone talking about the car compared to the Supra because they came out around the same time, the Mark V Supra, not old girl here. And someone was saying that, in the video they were saying how people were predicting that the C8 Corvette was going to be the better car to buy. Like if you were back in 2020 and you had to buy one or the other, the C8 Corvette was the cooler car to buy. And fast forwarding to now, I think the Supra was the better purchase. It is a much better platform. It's much more buildable. The C8 it's an okay car, but I mean, it's good value. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, you're pretty limited. It's not like the old days of the Corvette with the LS3, like the LT, what is it? LT5? LT2? I think it's LT2, whatever it is. It's not that great. Like it's fine, but it's not that impressive of a car, and it doesn't look all that great. Like it already kind of looks basic compared to like other, like the Z06 looks great, the Z01 looks great, and the Zora or Z01X looks great as well. But the base, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of those cars where once people start making a little bit of money and they want to look rich, they go out and buy one, even though you can pick them up for, I would honestly not be surprised if you could find them in the high 40s. I think you can find them in the high 40s now, definitely in the 50s. But it's just one of those cars where it's like, there are so many better options to buy. Like if you were a genuine car enthusiast and you wanted to have a cool car for that budget, there are so many cooler cars to buy. I don't know. It's one of those cars where it'd be cool to do a build on one, but I would just rather get the Z06. So it's like, it's not even really worth it. Like I'd rather have that flat plane crank and it sounds so much cooler. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's my list. I'm sure a lot of you guys are upset, but that's okay. We're allowed to have discussions down in the comments, so go have a discussion down below. What are some other cars that only fake car guys like? And yeah, let me know. I'm gonna keep working on the Supra. Deuces.